All right, hey guys, Rich here at RCINFORMER. Got a new computer going today, so if you guys don't mind, just please give me some thumbs up and let me know that the video and audio is working okay. I actually had the wrong stream key in, so that's what was going down. So I think it's working now, so if you guys can just give me a little thumbs up, give me some text, and let me know that you guys are getting good audio and good video. Still learning this system. See how this goes. Hey, Nate, how's it going? Fine here, Rich. Excellent. Sound is 5x5. Okay, guys, awesome. We'll wait for a few more guys to show up. Everybody's probably just jumping in. And let's see. Great day to you. All right. We got, who's on there? We got Nate, Dave Schneider, Pay It Forward, William, David Payne. All right. Lots of guys are coming in. This is good. The RC Celebrity Speed Fresh is on there. It's about time they got a new V1200, 140 miles out of the box. I've been talking about it, telling everybody. Yeah, great. Sweet. Thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. I'm glad it's working. I had to steal my 15-year-old's computer. I got him this really nice gaming laptop a while back, and he's on his main laptop that he built, or his main desktop that we built, high-end gaming machine. So he doesn't use the laptop as much, and my laptop doesn't have a direct Ethernet line. So I'm going to get a new one so I can get things going. So in the meantime, I'm using his high-end gaming laptop, which I'm hardwired in. So hopefully we'll have no lag. If you guys experience any lag, let me know. Wild Bill's in the house. Mike Kennedy. My cat just walked in here. Let's see. Who we got? Jackson Aviation. Can you shout me out? Jeb Savage is in the house. He wants a shout out. Jackson RC's in. Hamilton's in that. Love that V1200, man. This thing is a hot rod, guys. It is just awesome. I'm totally digging this. I thought I better talk about it live. So if you guys have any questions, we can kind of go into it. And yeah, this thing is way cool. So while we're waiting on people, tell you what, I'm going to try to throw a little video up here. So let me know, guys, if you get it okay. I'm still working on this stuff, so here we go. Let's try this over. We'll flip this. No, that didn't work at all, did it? Windows capture. Oh, yeah, it did. All right, if everybody, here we go. I'm going to launch this baby here. Let's see. Let's get this going. Just something to watch the time while people get on board.
Slow, yes, we're going to have to go right to
ludicrous speed.
You're coming by hot again? On the downwind?
Yeah, baby. That's fast. I just love the way that this thing flies.
Going upstairs?
Just awesome.
It is unlimited vertical. If you ever heard of unlimited vertical, this is it.
Yep, it'll go clear out of sight.
By the way, that whole dive is power off. Right?
Yeah, that was slowing down. Coming out of hyperspace there. Here we go. Let's check this thing out. Let's go back.
Wow.
All right. Now, can you guys see the video? Can you guys see the video playing okay? Someone gives me a thumbs up on the video.
Coming up. I'm just going to point it up. Go upstairs.
You had me at the thumbnail. Yeah, that's kind of... Well, hey, somebody just give me a thumbs up and say, I can hear this okay, and I got audio. All right, Jackson says yes. Jackson RC Aviation, yes. So can you guys hear the video and me talking to you at the same time? Can you guys give me a thumbs up about that? Say video and I hear you, Rich, talking to us.
Get along. Let's go vertical.
This is the first time I've done this. Dustin Holloman showed me how to do this. Yep. Dude, we're having a blast flying this airplane. This thing is bad to the bone. Yeehaw. That thing is awesome. It's just a rush to fly this thing. And it lands. It lands nice on grass.
Just going straight up, baby. Going upstairs like a bat out of hell.
Yeah, we can hear you, Rich. Thank you, man. RC Sean Brady, thank you. Airvex. Daniel, hear you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. There's always a little lag on my end with the messages, so I'm getting those in just now. So thanks, guys. Yeehaw! Oh, I love this plane. It's amazing you can get this much speed and power out of a box with 6 screws. It's awesome.
Beautiful inverted. Look at that.
Yeah, it does stuff well. It's fast. I like you can land the darn thing.
Rich here, once again, welcome back to the RCINFORMER YouTube channel.
All right, let me kill the video here.
We have a fast one coming from E-flite and RCINFORMER.
Let's get that out of there.
V1200. This builds upon the earlier V900 that is still available.
All right, let me shut this thing down.
Smaller 900 millimeter 4-cell power plane.
Turn this baby off. Go back to here. All right. Everybody's with me? All right, let's see what we got. All right, Wild Bill, Victor RC, Dad's RC Hangar, see you in there. Let's see, we'll give people a little more time to come in. Let's see, I'm still trying different time slots here, folks, and see what works. And then I'll be picking probably a hard time to do, so we'll do a regular program. So you guys feel free to vote on that. I'm still trying to find. You convinced me, Rich, definitely getting one of these. I appreciate it, Nate. Yeah, please use my link if you guys get one. That supports our channel. We appreciate all that, guys. All right, let's see. All right, let's see where we're going to go. I need this, yeah. It's a lot of speed and power. All right, let's see if other guys are getting in. Man, it looks like we got about 30 guys or so. I'll hold. We'll start off, I guess. Okay, guys, I appreciate you guys coming. Welcome back to the RCINFORMER YouTube channel once again. And today's topic, folks, is the V900 just came out, or sorry, V1200 just came out yesterday. As you guys probably saw in my videos, I tried to put some stuff out where you guys could really get a good idea what this thing is like and what the deal is on it. And I'm pretty much hooked on it. It's awesome. In fact, it is the absolute fastest airplane I think I have, without a doubt. It does 140 out of the box. I have not actually clocked it, but it's just a ton of speed and power. It's just really impressive that you can kind of get this much out of the box, and you can put this thing together with just 6 screws and you're going. So it's pretty darn awesome. You could fly it on 4-cell, 5-cell, 6-cell, and really, guys, I put out 3 videos so far, and we'll be doing a few more probably. The 3 videos I put out, one is just kind of unboxing it, a lot of detail, the flight video that we just saw, so you guys can see just how fast that darn thing is. I mean, it literally is ludicrous speed. I mean, it is just so quick, it's unreal. But the plane flies well at that speed. Just set it up like the book, 70% throws. It's very controllable at that speed. So it has just such a wide speed envelope and power envelope. And I'm just digging it. So the videos I put out, the first one's unboxing, a little bit of flying in the beginning, girlfriend in the bikini at the end, so you guys can, she loves posing with my planes. She's totally awesome. She may even come up here for the video for a little bit, say hi to everybody. So, but that's what that video is about. It's just getting into the nitty-gritty detail of it. The second video I put out is the one where I did 4 complete flights that were unedited. Okay, we took it out to the Larks field, which is not cement, and it's not a geotextile. It's something else. It's the landfill up by where Mary Boozer flies at sometimes. And it's like a hard, rubbery surface. In fact, it's the best surface I think I've ever flown at. It's stapled into the ground, but we got to fly it off of that hard surface, and all 4 of those videos. What's up? Well, they're all watching it right now. My 15-year-old, yeah, this is live. My 15-year-old's telling me it's going up to, well, don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later, because I got these guys chatting with me, so yeah. We'll try. That was my 15-year-old. I'm using his computer. He says he's seeing it on his channel, so Yeah, he said it's gone now. So anyway, but we had 4 flights on it, and I wanted you guys to see what it's like on a hard surface, and it flies great on the hard surface. And all 4 of those were unedited. We edited a little between because we had some transition. One time I took it off the grass because I was looking down at the radio. I got distracted, so I chopped that out. But all the flights are unedited because I wanted you guys to see that this is a flyable airplane. It's not something that you can see and you have to see in just video clips. It's a great airplane for taking off, landing, doing touch and goes. It flies great really slow. It's just awesome for that. And I learned on flying it on that pavement that if you don't land it quite right sometimes, you can nose it over, and you have this beautiful aluminum spinner up here. And the propeller is a 10-8, I think it's an APC. So, and if you nose it over on cement, okay, you can ding this up, obviously. So you don't really want to do that, of course. So I found that a geotextile runway or the rubber that we were flying off of is like great for it, and even the grass. It's better suited for a hard surface runway. But if you got geotextile, or you have like a rubbery surface like that, and even grass. It has to be low-cut groomed grass, though. Well, mine was actually a little rough, but we were able to do it with it. If you got tall grass, this is probably not the plane to have it on, but you can fly it off of grass for sure. So this is awesome, folks. 1,200 millimeter wingspan. You build this thing with 6 screws, folks. That's it. 6 screws, and you screw this thing together. The construction of it is awesome. It's super, super smooth. They're using some new EPO or EPO mold procedure or something where, it's glassy. I mean, the thing is totally glassy. And then there's tons of spar in this thing. They got wing spars. They got fuselage spars running through here. If you guys watch that unbox video, there's 2 running right down here. There's a big wood spar under here. That carbon probably runs the length of this, because when you try and flex this thing, you can't really flex it much. It's built like really, really tough. Now, powering this thing up front, I love this aluminum spinner, just blows me away. It's really, really nice. Spinner gap is awesome. Running this thing up front is a motor that is the size of the FMS Corsair. In fact, it's actually bigger. It's a 5065, or the FMS Corsair is a 5060. But instead of 300, 360 kV, this is 800 kV up front. So you pair that up with 6 cells of power, 25 volts. That's a mathematical 20,000 RPM, and you can hear it in the plane as it's zooming by how much power that it actually has. All right, we got 40 guys watching. Appreciate that. Nate, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Great vids on the new plane. Thank you very much. And since somebody gave a super chat, I do appreciate that really a whole lot. That supports our channel. It helps me and Steve get out to the field. But when it comes to super chats, guys, I appreciate it. But at the same time, you guys can really support me for free if you guys use my links to purchase. That's kind of my thing, is that I'd rather you guys save your money and buy a plane through me. If you're not buying an airplane and you're just watching videos, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. Continue to do so. But if you guys are planning on buying something, I only recommend the best stuff on my channel. I don't recommend something that's caca. Everything that I fly is stuff that I bring to flying fields. It's not, and I bring to events. It's not stuff I'm trying to sell you. It's stuff you'll see me with. So this is going to be at a lot of show events to come, because when it comes time for doing speed flying, this is the plane that I will pull out every time. So we'll have this at SEF and Joe Knoll next year, hopefully, if things open up again. So, but I do appreciate you guys using my links. Definitely, it supports us. It's a great way for you guys to get an awesome airplane and support the channel at no cost to you guys. So I really appreciate all that. And in fact, a lot of guys have come out and done that. I've noticed that a lot of people recently, since I started doing the live chats especially, have started purchasing planes using my links, because I think everybody's realizing that, man, you can support us big time. All you have to do is click on my links below. And even if you go to the website and just buy even something else, not even the plane I'm demoing for you guys, that supports us. So if you buy servos, connectors, whatever, you guys are supporting us, and it doesn't cost you guys a dime extra. So, and I kind of like the idea of that, and have you guys do it that way instead. But awesome, folks. Anyway, 5065 800 kV outrunner, 100 amp Avion ESC. So it's got all the telemetry and stuff, although this thing is hauling butt so fast by, I'm not looking at the telemetry. You got to watch the airplane. And that being said, I had a lot of guys asking me stuff about visibility on this thing, and that they wish it was red, or they wish it was, you know, a different color, like maybe an orange or neon or something. But I got to tell you, when I got this out of the box, I kind of thought the same thing. I was like, it's kind of blue and white. It kind of matches the sky. And then the bottom of the plane here, the bottom of the darn thing, check it out. Let me switch my view right here real quick. And you can see the bottom is gray. But here's what they did. The center is white, and the wingtips here are white. And man, holy smokes, it's these white wingtips in this center, they contrast the gray color so much that it stands out big time. I mean, you can really, this thing, even the bottom of the airplane, it glows, the white and the wingtip. So it's actually highly visible. And then this blue color they used, you know, I know you think, hey, it's sky blue, it'll match with the blue, but no. This is like a, I'm sure you ought to be able to see it in here, but I mean, this is literally like a neon blue. So it's really bright, and that contrasts with the white well, and it stands out big time. I mean, you guys saw in the video, there are some times when I took this thing just hauling by, and when you go by that fast, you have to turn or pull up or something, otherwise the plane will disappear on you. So, and I would pull up and go vertical. I went as far as I could, like, humanly see this thing, and I could still see it way up there. I was kind of impressed. I think even on in fact, we flew it with some clouds and stuff in the background. I'd have to fly it on a really dark and gloomy day to really be able to tell. But I think even on a dark day, this blue and this white stand out big time. And then you flip it up like this, and you've got that bright white wingtips in the center that stand out big time. So visibility hadn't been a problem for this. I thought the bottom might be, but really, I mean, it's not. And it's built tough. Let me show you a few things here, which you guys probably saw in the build video. But you can see, look at these ball linkages, man. I mean, they killed it with, I'm trying to get this up here so I can see it. These ball links are out of this world. I mean, these are some tough ball links in here. Let me see if I can get this thing to focus. Yeah, these ball links are super heavy duty rods all the way around. Look at that doubler on that tail, man, with that tail wheel. That goes all the way to the fuselage. So they got that tail wheel on the rudder, but man, it's tough. And look at the horizontal stabilizer, all those holes in it. Those are spars. So there's a lot of spar holding this in place. Some guys even commented to me about the here, I'll see if I can get this, the hinges, you know, the foam hinges, but they're laminated and they're tough and they're sealed up. In the old days with old style hinges, we had to seal these gaps right here, but they're laminated and they're tough. So, you know, it shouldn't come apart. I haven't had any problem with mine. And I've been hauling it ass full throttle as best I can. So built super tough. And then look at the ball links and the horns. I don't know if they've had these on another airplane, but man, those things are nice. They did a good job. They're solid. They're plastic. You know, look at those things with fairings covering everything for speed. And then on the top side, there's this right here, which is the top end of it. So there's a lot of reinforcement, a lot of structure to this. And then the bottom of the wing, I think you guys can probably see that. They actually mispainted this side, which is actually good because it lets me show it to you. Look at this thick spar. This is a square tubular, I think, spar that runs like all the way up here. So, and it runs the other side too. And then there's spars in the front too. There's a leading edge spar. There's tons and tons. So I think the price of this airplane, you know, the three, whatever it costs, a lot of it is they put a lot of carbon in this airplane to make it tough. I mean, these wings, you try to, and you'll know when you get it or you flex it, you try and move these and you're like, oh, wow, that's like a surfboard. I mean, they put so much structure into this thing. And it has to be because it's going that fast. I mean, it really is just totally hauling the mail. Let me see what else we can talk about. 38 guys. Let's see. So, yeah, if you want to satisfy your need for speed, this is the way to go. Yeah, I'm digging this thing. So, and the nice thing is again, 6 screws, you bind it and you go. And that's kind of it. The battery is compartment's pretty cool. You have to really, this is one thing I'm not excited about, but I know why they did it. You can see here, I got to really actually I got to stand up and do this. You got to really yank this canopy off, and I'll see if I can show it to everybody here. Let me change my view here. We'll talk about this. Let me see if I can put this up here where everybody can see. This is a really cool thing that they did. You will not lose the canopy here. Let's see if I can. Here, I got to get it a little bit closer. You see the magnets there? That should be zooming in nice. See the lower magnet is a plus sign. There it is. And the top one is the minus. So they reversed the polarity right there. And they did that on purpose, okay? Because they wanted this thing to really grab. So right here, they have the positive on the top and the negative on the bottom. So they reversed it all. So when you put this thing down on and you go to close your canopy here, it's actually repelling the magnets until they line up, and then bam, it just snaps down. Because this thing's moving so fast with the low pressure over this, I would imagine when they were test flying this, they probably had canopies flying off this thing left and right. So they had to make it tough. So I'd like to see probably maybe a plastic grip or something here, and then maybe even Horizon's probably going to watch this, and then maybe even something running through here, which I may even do to it. So when you're squeezing this, you're not squeezing the foam so much, but it works, guys. It works. And then of course there's the inside right there. You guys have seen the videos, you'll see this thing. In fact, I'll put it up close so everybody can get at it there. There's my 5,000 pack. They say it'll take a 7, but I didn't really see a need to put a 7,000 pack in there. I might do it at some point, but the second video I flew 3 flights on 5,000s, 30C, 50C, and then we used the 4,000 and the 3,200s. So we did a lot of flights with it. And then there's the 5,000 4-cell that we ran it on too. So I think the deal going now that they have is, no, it's not that one. That's the 4,000. Oh, I think it's the one I have in there. Yeah. They have a deal going right now where you can not only get it bind and fly, okay, but you can get it bind and fly AS3X with this 5,000 pack, which is normally like $110 or something like that. But if you buy the battery with the plane, which it's one of the perfect batteries for it, and I flew it on this in the videos, the battery is like $55. So it's a real good deal because it's got the IC, it's got the IC5 connector on it and everything. So it's a good deal on the battery. You get the plane and you can get the battery for $55. So I'd jump all over that. That's a good deal. And let's see what else. I got a whole bunch of notes here. Let me get my Corsair hat on. This is a sign of things to come, coming soon. And let me see. Let me get my glasses here. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see. This thing is supposed to do, and it does 140 miles an hour, okay? And I can attest to that. It's awesome. On 6-cell, 110 miles an hour with the 4-cell pack. So when you fly this on 6-cell, and then you fly it on 4, you're going to go, I think I need to put the 6 back in it. And for all you guys that have 5-cell packs, you can put a 5 in this too. So, and I hadn't done that. So, if you guys have it on a 5, let me know how it does. It's probably an intermediate between the two. Let's see, what else do we have? So there are 3 versions of this. There's the plug and play, the bind and fly that you see here, and then there's the bind and fly that has the battery deal. So I have those links in the description below my video, so check those guys out. Check those out. Let's see, flying this thing is a huge deal. This is what's different about flying this than flying other airplanes. This plane has more reserve power than any other plane that I have right now. It has so much additional thrust and so much additional power that you don't need to use it. Normally, when you're flying any propeller-driven airplane or any plane at all, as you roll down the runway for takeoff, for example, you're bringing your power up, you get about half throttle, 3/4 throttle, and most of these foam planes will lift off around then, and then you're advancing to full. This airplane is different. The way it's different is that it's very manageable still like any other airplane, but you have to understand that from 0 to full throttle in most airplanes, for this, that's normal flying. For this airplane, it's like 0 to 1/4 or 0 to 1/3 throttle. So really, the first 1/4 to first 1/3 of the throttle on this airplane, when you fly it, that's sort of your normal range. Anything that any throttle position that is beyond a quarter or beyond a third throttle, it's like you're lighting a rocket or hitting the afterburners, because that's where it just takes off. So just understand that. Don't be afraid to use the power, but if the airspeed's slow and you power the throttle up, you can torque it a bit, but then again, the prop's very small. So it's not going to really roll you so much like you would in like a high-powered warbird that has a big propeller with a lot of torque and P factor, where it's going to roll you. But it's going to take off. It's going to kick to the left a little bit with a left turning tendency, but mostly it's going to go away from the ground in a hurry, which is good for a go-around, of course. But so just keep in mind, when you're flying this on 6-cell, on 4-cell, it's not like that. On 4-cell, it's more like flying a normal airplane. You'll get it up to half, 3/4 throttle full, and you'll be flying out and taking off. That's in my second video that we did on the hard surface. And you'll see that in there. That's why I did all those different videos, so you could see what it was like on different packs and different, so just keep that in mind. This thing has so much extra and so much power on tap, so much reserve thrust compared to any plane I've ever flown, that just keep in mind, the first quarter well, not even half, the first quarter to third throttle is where you're going to mostly operate this thing close to the ground, taking off and landing and going around the pattern. Once you advance beyond quarter to third throttle, you are kicking in the afterburners, and this thing is just going to go absolutely ballistic. In the video, I did a few passes where, at least one, where I had it flaps nice and slow. I went by slowly, and you can see it flies slow just like any other airplane, real easy to fly. And then I pointed the nose up and just firewalled it, and it just threw the flaps up, and it just goes out of sight. So lots and lots of reserve power. That's what I like. It's just excess thrust designed solely for speed. So just keep that in mind. That lower range of throttle is where you want to mostly operate it at. Flight time, easily with a 5,000 pack. I think the ideal battery for this is just any 5,000 pack that you have. 30C, 50C, whatever you have to run it on. Obviously, it runs great on the Spectrums. If you put a 32 6-cell, you're going to push it as far back as you can. And that's something critical about this plane as well. Most airplanes, we're putting the battery. Most planes, we're putting the battery in the front. Okay, you see my CG stickers that I put right here. You can see that the battery, where it is behind the center of gravity. So if you have a light battery in here, your CG is going to be forward. If you have a heavy battery, your CG is going to shift aft. So all your weight of your battery is actually behind your center of gravity. So the heavier the battery you got, you're going to shift the CG back, not forward. So it's kind of opposite to think about. So if you have a lighter battery, again, like the 3200, like this one that I flew in the demos, a lot of them, this goes all the way to the back. And if I'm not mistaken, it actually balanced right at that 120, if I'm not mistaken. The only time the CG shifted a little farther forward was when I used this pack, the 4-cell 5000. So I found if you guys have a 4-cell 6000, that's actually the weight that you need to get the CG right on this thing. So, but it'll fly in either case. In either position that I flew it at, it flew fantastic. So anyway, let's snap this back on. I love this pop. There it goes. Yeah, it slams in pretty good. Let's see, what else do we got here? And let me talk about unlimited vertical. People talk about planes with unlimited vertical. Most planes don't fly unlimited vertical at a site. They have really great vertical. This one has unlimited vertical. This is the first time I've ever seen a plane that has it unlimited vertical. I mean, if you point it up, it will accelerate from slow flight, just like I talked about. It'll accelerate from slow flight up into the air. And then, again, if you're not paying attention or you look away, yeah, it will fly out of your sight. So just, respect the power, ease into flying this plane. Don't just balls to the wall, just full throttle with it when you first get it. Take off normally, get some speed going, use half throttle or whatever you want to use. But keep in mind, once you come past third, you're kicking in some afterburner and some serious speed. So just ease into the speed, get used to it. And then once you get used to it, you won't have any problems with it. Rates, all the book values work perfectly on this airplane. So that's real important to know. I set it up exactly the way the book said. I'm taking off with high rates, aileron and elevator. You don't have to because it does good on 70, but when you're at high speed, before you go by at full throttle, you just want to go into 70%, the low rate. because it doesn't pitch up as much. You're throwing a lot of air over the surfaces, and if you're hauling too much and you've got too much throw, you'll feel it pitch and everything. So I've tried to brake this airplane. Okay, steep turns full throttle. I'm yanking on it. You can see the wings flexing a bit, but it's a solid airplane. It flies much more like a balsa or a fiberglass plane because of all that darn spar. I mean, there's just tons of spar in this thing. Keep in mind, this is the fastest, I'll say it again, the fastest E-flite plane made, propeller driven. They've never made anything this fast out of the box. It's supposed to do 165 in a dive, okay, if you're diving it. So keep in mind, full throttle or power on in a dive, you'll get up to some, some serious speed. So let me see. The AS3X is awesome in this. The wing is one piece, and I think that's about all I got to talk about. Oh, there is the V900. That was the earlier one, hand launched. So if you guys want a belly land version of this, I haven't flown that, but I hear it's pretty good. The V900 is a smaller version of this. I don't have the picture. I would throw it up there. It ran on 4-cell and it did 120. So that's for your belly lander guys. But for me, man, this is awesome because it's a speed plane, but it's controllable. And you can land it. I mean, it's got flaps and gear, so it kind of doesn't get any better than this for just all out. Personal preference wise, I've never been a huge fan of hand launch and belly land planes so much. They're good. I've flown them. I like them, but I like to take off and land. I like to taxi. I like to do things the way real airplanes do them. So having this is awesome. I mean, it just really is nice to have just a massively high performance plane. Let's see. And I think that's it. The landing gear has been good for me. I've pounded it. If you guys watch those videos, they're pretty raw. Those 4 flights I did. And then this third video is 2 grass flights. If you guys check that out, you'll see I nosed the plane over a bunch of times. I did some really greaser landings, nice and smooth. But I caught some potholes. And then when we were on the rubber, I flipped it up a couple times and I pounded it. I did a couple horrible landings with it because you got to be right on the landings with it. It's not hard to land, it's just demanding. So the landing gear held up. I think that it's got loops in it. I think what I'm going to end up doing that I have not done yet is that I do notice that sometimes when you put the landing gear up, the wheel kind of gets caught in the well, almost as if the well is a little too small. So, I will probably grab a Dremel tool and I'll probably shave actually the front side, maybe here in the back. Just take a couple millimeters off is probably what I'm going to do, just so the wheel goes in and out more. But it's never failed to come down on me. Sometimes it sticks and stuff. But the thing is if you have a gear that sticks up in this airplane when you're flying it, let's say it's just not coming down, just come by, put the gear up, come by, yank on it, and drop the gear. The G-forces will probably throw the wheels right out. You won't have any issue. So that's the beauty about this, is you can generate some G's with it if you have a stuck gear or something. So I think that's all I got, guys. I think I'm going to open it up for questions. I think that's probably enough of me talking. So let me get the window open where I can see y'all's comments and stuff. So yeah, man, here we are. We got 60 guys watching. I appreciate that, folks. Let's see. I'm going to open it up for questions. So, guys, go ahead and throw them at me, whatever you got. Try to give me some kind of a thumbs up or something if you guys are got something to ask specifically. Let's see. Love this in lime green. Yeah, actually, lime green would be cool. That would be pretty neat. Yeah, Wesley's getting this pretty fun. Pay it forward. Wesley's getting one of these here soon. In fact, he may fly it on. We were going to go tomorrow, or we may go Sunday out to fly out to Wesley's field. So he may fly it. I'll probably let him have a go at it. So let's see. What do we got? What is the battery pack you get the best experience? I honestly, for me, I think the best thrust to weight is really just any 5000 that you have. I liked the 50C and the 30C in it best. They're different weights. And keep in mind, weight with this airplane does not matter, okay? If I can fit a 7000, this thing will still go straight up. So, but I'm using I think one of the best batteries actually is, there's 2. I think it's the 5000 50C pack, and then the 5030C. If you really want to go straight up and out of orbit, you've got, where the heck did I put that thing? There's a 3200, and then there's also a 4000 pack as well that are 6S. So any of you guys that might have bought prior E-flite airplanes, if you got the E-flite A10 or any of that kind of stuff, and you got a 3200 pack or a 4000 pack, it's just as perfect in this. You just got to know you're going to get a little bit less flight time, but not that much, and you're going to be lighter. So you're going to go out of orbit even quicker than somebody that has a 5000 in there. Just keep in mind, you know, you get a little less flight time, but this thing's very efficient. You're really only burning a lot of energy when you're full throttle. You know, when you're taking off, landing, and just kind of doing normal stuff with it, you know, you're not burning that much energy. So I say 32 up to 5000. So, and with 5000, I think I clocked. If you guys watch my video from the takeoff to the landings, I easily was getting almost 6 minutes, and actually in most cases with the 5000, I landed. Actually, I took off again. Really 5 to 7 minutes. You'll easily get 6 and 7 minutes out of this thing with any 5000 pack that you guys have. So I prefer the 5 just for the flight time. So all right, Chris Andrus said flight time. Yeah, we just talked about that. Let's see. Can the motor overheat? No, and in fact, the overheat question is a good question, because when I talked to the Horizon guys about this, they had put a 10-10 prop on this thing, and in level flight, it was doing 165 miles an hour. But they said the motor was getting a little hot, I think the speed controller, so they settled on using a 10-8 instead of a 10-10. So, but no, it doesn't. I haven't overheated it yet, and I've been pushing it really, really hard. Probably with a plane this high performance, I don't know if I'd leave the throttle fully open for 5 straight minutes, but you know, and you really can't, because again, it'll go out of sight, or you're going to be doing a lot of turning. So, you know, modulate your throttle and let it cool down a bit, but no overheating so far. Would like to see you fly at Wesley. Yeah, Wesley might be out there tomorrow, or actually we may go Sunday, I think is what's going to happen. I don't think Steve can make it. Mary Boozer said, I can show you how to fly that like a fence post driver. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, guys. There's probably going to be some spectacular wrecks with this thing, because, guys, there's a lot of energy with this thing. If you hit something with this, it's gone. There's probably not going to be a whole, if you're full throttle, you snag something with this or hit the ground, I mean, it's probably going to be a crash, burn, and fire. It'll probably get you lots of hits on YouTube. And I'll put that up there the day that I do that. So, but it's an awesome plane. It's just killer. Let's see. What do we got here? Mary Boozer, I can show you. Here we go. Yeah, flight time of 5 to 7 minutes. Bet there'll be a bunch of these at Null. Yes, there will be. And it might be dangerous flying them together, but we'll do it. It'll be cool. I would recommend, if you guys are flying this thing, something else I want to comment on. If you're flying this thing on cement, okay, I would probably recommend getting yourself an additional spinner and another prop or two. Because if you flip it up, you can ding the spinner and you can tear up the prop. I was lucky flying it at Wesley's field there at Lark's, because if you got geotextile or you got that rubber surface or you got grass, if you nose this over, you won't damage it. I got some black stuff on the wingtips, and this spinner, you know, hit that rubber surface, didn't scrape it up at all. Left a little black stuff on it that'll actually just clean off. But be careful flying it on cement. If you do nose it over by chance, you'll ding that up just like any other plane. So, just kind of keep that in mind. But I would get yourself an extra spinner, get some APC props, if you ding the prop up. But so far, I've nosed this over on grass. I've nosed it over, not at real high power settings, but I've nosed it over on the rubber surface there, and it didn't harm it. We just took back off again. This is the same prop, the same stock original prop that's been on there, so I haven't had to change any. Let's see. You think the canopy? Let's see. Jet RC asked me. Let's see. Let me go back up here. Shoot, I lost that. Oh, you think the canopy has room for a RunCam 2 camera? Let's see. I don't know how much space you'll need, but here, I'll show it to you up close. And this is with a 5030C. In fact, let me go real quick. Let me get to this other frame so I can see what I'm doing better. Here, I'll put this up here. You can see what's in there. There's a lot of space here in the back. Okay, and this is with a 5,000 pack. And there actually is a good amount of space up front here. You got the receiver down in there, and you've got the Avian speed controller. So there is some space. Now, if you use a smaller battery, like the 3200, for example, like this thing right here, it's thinner, it's lighter, so you can definitely get more space out of it. But there's some good space. I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of impressed. Again, I don't know if you can stick a 7,000. I've been told that the 7,000 Spektrum will fit in this, but that's kind of honking. It'll carry the weight. It'll carry the weight easy. It's just the space. And 5,000 packs, you get easily 5 and easily even 7 minutes of flying time if you're modulating the throttle. So why you need a 7 in there, I don't really know. But and maybe I'll try to stick one in there, and we'll take it on a demo just to see if it can be done. Maybe we will do that Sunday. But we'll get it out here next couple days, I think, and fly it again for you guys and see if we can get some more video here. Let me get back to my window here. Let's see. Thanks. I have some 5,000s. They fit in many places. Yeah, as long as you got a normal 5, any 5 will fit in there. Even if it's kind of rectangular, it should be okay. Let's see. Can't wait to see someone crash it at 165 miles an hour. Well, I don't want to crash, but yeah, it could be cool. I know I'm bad for saying it, but it will be spectacular. Yeah, no, that's what I've been saying too. Is that you ever hit the ground? I think I said it in my videos. I said, man, if someone hits the ground with this thing, it's going to be all over. It's going to be a big mess. Let's see. Can't wait to see someone. Let's see. What is this? Rich, the ESC fan operational. Yes, they mounted the fan in there. So yeah, there's a fan right on the ESC just to give it extra cooling. So when you plug this in, you'll hear that fan come right on, and you can see it. It's right. It's easily visible. It's not buried or anything in there. It's easy to get at. So let's see. Hey, let's see. Hangar 51. Pay it forward. Let's see. What level of experience do you recommend for this for mid-level guys? I'm trying to remember the box. Let's see. What did the box say? The box says skill level 2, some experience required. I think it's really borderline on 3, experience required. But here's the thing. It's easy to fly. It's not a hard airplane to fly. But landing it is not hard either. It's just a challenge. It's demanding. Just to get it, you want to get it nice and slow. You want to have the flaps in there. And you want to try to land it as best you can. You can do wheel landings with it, and I did some. But if you can get it nice and slow, the first time you fly it, do it with little to no wind or at least some headwind. You want to get it slow enough that it's landing, as a 3-point as best you can. A couple times I hit main gear first, and it got into that porpoise. But that's a tail dragger. That's how all tail draggers are. So when you learn to land it well, you'll realize, hey, it's not a big deal, So, but I would say, some experience required, a little more advanced on a little more advanced level. The actual flying of it is easy. You just have to. When you throttle this thing up, it starts going so quick that you're like, oh, I don't want this thing to get away from me because it's got so much power. The controllability of it is awesome. And it's not like super sensitive or anything, like it's hard to fly. It's just that mostly in the landing part, the approach and landing, touching down, that's just demanding, but it's not a hard plane to fly. It's actually very, very easy to fly. So let's see. Looks like you have fixed the ad issue. Watched a few minutes without ad. We'll catch the rest later. Okay, that's TNRC's pilot. Let's see. It's only using a 10.8. Yeah, that's it. It's only a 10.8. Millionaire Miller Monster Air. That's right. He's been here before. Yeah, it's crazy. It says, hey, Rich, hope you're okay. Mike from England. That's Mike Bird. Yep, I got you, Mike. Mike SSI, Mary Boozer, post holder. Yeah, all right, let's see. I'm trying to get through some of these things. I'm used to my touch screen. I'm usually using this computer, as advanced as it is. It has no touch screen. Let's see. Yeah, using a 10.8 gunfighter. I've upgraded also to 10.8 Master Aerodrome. It's freaking rocket, but not like this is. Yeah, this thing's a ballistic missile. It's awesome. I might try a 10-10 prop on it, but they said it kind of tends to overheat a little bit, so I didn't recommend that at all. So if you guys do it, you didn't hear it from me. Let's see. Hangar 51, no problem. Mary Boozer, a crash would be spectacular, no doubt. Yep. I like the rubber runway. It's much easier on planes. Yes, it is. And it's like, It's like the best of both worlds. And also, and it won't remove foam. Yeah, I like the rubber surface. I might be there more often flying. FPV would be killer on this plane. Yes, it would be cool to see that. Looking forward to seeing one exploded myself. I'm not looking forward to that. Let's see, Josh Weaver. Let's see, launching a 7 won't be as fun. Launching a 7, what is that? I don't know what that means. At 165 in the nose dive, it will instantly bury itself with a headstone. Yeah. Let's see. High pay it forward. Enjoy some good weather. Oh, and here's the other thing. I have not flown this airplane in like calm weather. Every day I've had, because we had that tropical depression off the East Coast spiraling, and then we had the one over the coast. So when I had it on the grass, we flew perpendicular to the runway because I wanted some kind of headwind, not really a crosswind with it. And so we've had 20 knots plus every time we go to fly this thing. So hopefully this weekend, I'm going to do a calm wind weather flight, I hope, to show you guys what it's like in some decent weather. And then I can fly it without all the darn wind. So let's see. Dave's RC. Dave's is in the house. Check out Dave. Dave's always giving away planes. So check out Dave's RC. He's in there. Let's see. Is there any new software for the DX9 soon? Chris Andrus. I hope so, because I don't know if you know in those videos, but every time my battery got even marginally low, I kept getting a warning on this saying battery's low, like 10 seconds after I took off. So it's a gremlin going on in here. So I think they're getting ready to fix that. I don't know where that came from, but a lot of these batteries, it was doing that. But yeah, I hope there's an update coming soon. Horizon says it's not that big of a deal, but they'll update it here soon, hopefully. Let's see, what do we got? Yeah, I can't wait for that update. That's driving me nuts. Captain Photon's here in the house. EQ Eric's in the house. Let's see, what do we got? I see 5 planes in this design. I'm not sure. Oh, what are you seeing? What are the 5 planes? Dad's RC hangar. What are the 5 planes? I see a P-51 and I see a racing Mustang. What else do you, or a racing plane? What are the 5 planes you see? I'd love to know what those are. Josh Weaver, Captain, my Captain, what's up? Rich, you, what is your opinion on the landing gear? I know you had bent in your video. Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. They don't really bend that much on grass. You might tend to bend it a little more, but all wire struts will bend and flex a little bit. I just think the wheel well holes on this thing just need to be a little bit bigger to account for the little minor bending, that gear struts do. So I'm going to widen my wheel wells just a little bit with a Dremel tool, just to give it a little extra. But no, I mean, if you guys watch the video, I pounded this thing several times. I mean, I did a few horrible landings with it, and the landing was okay. It was okay. They have loops here. Let me see if I can get this. Thing here where I can show it to you. There are loops in the wires. Let me see if I can. I got that in the wrong place. I don't want to drop this thing. Let me hit that. There are loops in the gear. Let me see if I can get that where you can see. If you guys look right here, there are loops in there. These are like old school 4mm. I think they're 4mm. Yeah, they might be 5mm actually. But there's loops in there, so they'll flex a bit, which is nice. That's kind of what you want, But I just think that these wheel wells right here, I think the tolerance is just a little like they're too tight. So I think I'm going to just carve them out. Just maybe take like a millimeter or 2 or 3 off the front and the back. And I think that's going to just resolve the issue with the gear going, maybe not fitting up there. Because you'll always, when you have a wire like this, you'll always have some flexing. So, and especially if you decide to fly off of grass, you tend to, bend them a little bit. But not that big of a deal, really. I think the gear's tough enough. Let's see. Let me go back to questions here. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Kenny, how'd you, here, let's do, yeah. Dave says, thanks for the shout out. No problem, Dave. Let's see. Yeah, I was having a ton of fun. And in fact, Dave, I was just going to do 2 flights on that one video I did on the rubber surface. But I just was like, man, I'm just having too much fun. And then when we put the 4-cell pack in it, I flew it around. It flew okay. But it was also a big letdown. I'm like, man, I need some speed out of this. Let's just throw another one in. So I didn't really mean to make the video that long, but there's 4 flights in there. So unedited flight. So and so putting the 6L back in was definitely most gratifying. So Mike SSI says Dave can't wait. Here was it? Yeah, Dave's coming on later, I guess. Let's see. So you have 4 video thumbnails on this plane, but only one has the plane in the picture. Looked long and hard at the other 3, but never could find the plane. Yeah, I have that trouble sometimes too. That's why I put those pictures up there. I like those pictures. That's Miss Amy, my girl. So she's a total doll, and she loves posing with the airplane. So we shall see. Yeah, you gotta love chicks and planes, man. Let's see. Here, let me get the names. Let me get the names a second. Okay. Oh, you want to name the airplane? I got you. Okay. You want to? You see, I want to name it too. I think V1200 is kind of like it's kind of dull. You know what I mean? Like I'd like to have like a Eliminator or Viper or something. You know, some kind of cool, cool name like that. Let's see. You have to change that in the low LVC warning on your radio, Rich. We'll show you this weekend. Okay, all right, yeah, maybe Wesley says he's got a solution for it. Okay, Jason said it was a video gremlin, but okay, no, I got a software gremlin, but okay, yeah, no, that's cool. Let's see, Mary Boozer RC, I noticed my older P-51, gunfighter, 10A, yeah, okay, gotcha. Let's see, Josh Weaver, visibility, orientation. Josh Weaver, how was the visibility orientation on this paint scheme? We talked about that a little earlier. I thought it was going to be a problem. Once again, you know, with this gray underside and these wingtips, you know, I thought that this was going to be a tough airplane to see with the gray, but because it's got white in the middle and you got white wingtips, it stands out like a sore thumb. So it has the opposite effect. It stands out big time. And then this blue color is not a sky blue. Okay, it is like a neon blue, and it really stands out in the sky. Even the vertical climbs I did, like where I went clear out of sight, I really didn't have any problem seeing this unless I really went too high and just couldn't see it. So the color stands out big time because you've got, I mean, in fact, the video you guys are probably seeing right now, this white is probably flushed and whited out because it's so bright in comparison to this kind of neon blue. So you have a very nice, they actually did a good job. I thought we'd have the same problem too, but you don't. It's a very contrasty, like neon blue and bright white. And then on the bottom, the bottom is very different. It's just a dark gray with these white wingtips and white center fuselage. And man, it stands out like a sore thumb. So visibility is actually quite excellent with this airplane. They got the colors right. Would a red have been better? An orange, maybe. But this thing stands out great. I have no issues with the paint job. Initially, I thought there might be, but there isn't. It's really great. Let's see. What else? What are your thoughts on the I-12 Spectrum transmitter? My thought on that is I really want one so I can do a review. I could use a couple extra channels for some of the more advanced jets that I have. Yeah, I'd love to get one of those 12. If I can get one, I'll get you guys a review of it for sure. Do you still have your J10, Rich? Yes, I do. I still have it. I want to get the 8-cell version of it. They stopped making it, and the HSD factory actually mentioned to me about maybe getting me the 8S version to do some demos for you guys because they'll probably bring it back at some point here. Let's see, what do we got? Dave's RC said, great content. Watched it start to finish. I think he was probably talking about. The flight demos we did. Yeah, we did some that's what we do, guys. We try not to edit anything. We try to keep, I mean, I edit a little for time if it's like burning the clock and it's getting boring, but the actual flying itself, we try to leave that, you know, without editing that thing at all. So let's see what we got. Mustang, Cobra Mark II, Multiplex RR, that's a little bizarre. Strega Sport Racer, and bitch, I cannot remember. Okay, that's okay. They should have called it the Photon after Captain Photon. How about that? Kenny, I got all the B's. All right, we got 65 guys watching. That's awesome. Thank you guys for coming. Let's see. What do we got here? EQRC says, and she wore the single strap suit too. Wow, thanks, Amy. Yeah, she likes the single strap ones on the side there. She looks She looks good in anything. Let's see. Probably call it the Bullet. Yeah. Call it the Bullet. Let's see. Plane will be good in, yeah, you said that's right. Bug juice green and white. Yeah, that would look good. But I think really what it is just the contrast. You got white and you got neon blue on the top, so it contrasts. If it was a single color, it'd be harder to see. And then the bottom is a gray with a white. And I think they did that on purpose for visibility. And I think they got it right, folks. I think they got the colors right and everything. Let's see. Would love to see this in the paint job of the Havoc. Yeah, that would be cool. Wes. Let's see. TNRC. And let's see. What time is it right now? It's 6 o'clock. So we've been almost an hour. I got started a little late. I'm trying to go back here to see if there's any other comments that I maybe missed out on. Let's see. Can't wait to fly my new V1200. Yeah, the V1200 is going to be awesome. I guess they're not shipping yet, I guess, but they should be soon. Let's see, what else? Good evening. I'm kind of going backwards a little bit just to see if anybody's got questions. Let's see. Definitely got to get a touch screen. Oh, Don Dilly. Okay, I'm going to go back a little bit here. Let's see. Let's see. That thing is ridiculous. Yes. I hope you guys like the ludicrous speed quote there in the beginning. Let's see. And Don says, thumbnail for the live stream has awesome looking models. Yes, I think so. And let's see, there's kids crawling up. I got kids crawling up on me. You guys can't be in the video. Let's see. It's almost dinner time here, guys. Everybody's like, hey, it's going down. Let's see, loading up, heading out to the field. Let's see, what else we got? Been listening for a little while. Gab Street. Where's Gab? Is Gab on here? I didn't see Gab. Oh, yeah, Gab's on here, or was on here. Let's see. What's up, Pay It? Yeah, let's see. Other than the obvious, compared to the oldest Freewing Moray. Oh, yeah, other than the obvious, how does it compare to the Freewing Moray? The Freewing Moray was a little hand-launched thing, and I did videos of it, and it was cool. I even put a camera on it, but, you know, it was small. I think it was 4-cell, you know, hand-launched belly land. It was just kind of that kind of plane. This is a full-featured, you know, high-performance, retractable landing gear, flaps, honest-to-God, real high-performance racing plane, and you can take off and land with it. So it blows the Moray out of the water. It doesn't even really compare. It's just awesome. A lot of engineering, I can tell, went into this. Just lots of, and again, some guys have complained about the price of this a little bit, but that's a lot of speed for the money. And this thing has a lot of carbon in it. They used a lot of carbon struts throughout this, so it's not really a foamy. It's a composite airplane for sure. So Horizon killed it with this thing for sure. That's quick, awesome, Rich. Let's see. Can't believe how well it slows down. Yeah, it slows down, but when you get into landing, that's another thing. The prop does help slow it down, but when you get on final, I found myself most of the time landing this throttle off just to get it slowed down enough. And if I needed to add any, it was very little. You don't need to come up a couple of clicks on this. You'll end up getting yourself like way too hot. You don't need it going that fast. So, or you don't need that much throttle. Like I said, I found myself mostly at idle when I was landing this. It does not come in other colors. I was asked that question. It just comes in this. Let's see. Can't believe how it slows down. Yeah, it does slow down. Let's see. Going to be getting a MiG-29 from Freewing, then definitely picking up one of these. Yeah, this will smoke the Freewing MiG-29. The Freewing MiG-29 has no chance of catching this airplane. So, I mean, unless you make it an 8-cell or something, but this is going to be faster than almost any stock EDF jet that you have. It's going to go faster than any of that stuff. So that's the beauty of it, is it's a lot of speed for the money. And you put it together with just a couple of screws. Yeah, I like the MiG. The MiG is awesome, the Freewing MiG. Let's see, I have one of these on order. Yeah, Victor's RC jet. This is an older question, but soon be at 20,000. Yes, we will be. We're going to have some giveaways, guys, so stay tuned. Please, like and subscribe to the channel. Share my videos. The more people that get my videos and start subscribing, the more subscribers we get to that 20,000, we're going to do some giveaways. We're going to have some cool stuff. We're going to have planes, all kinds of things. So, and again, one of my personal airplanes, which is a one-of-a-kind prototype plane. I'm going to give that away as well. So I'll be announcing that here pretty soon. So please help me spread the word out, guys. Help me follow us on Instagram. We're out there on Instagram. So we're putting up posts daily on Instagram and Twitter, but mostly Instagram. So the more you guys can really help me get my videos out into people's hands, the more people can like and subscribe, which I'm trying to build the channel up, of course. The quicker we can get to all the giveaways, because we're going to do it at 20 grand. So again, we're going to have new planes to give away too, but we're also going to have one of my early samples that is a one of a kind that we're going to give away. So, and we'll reveal that here pretty soon. Let's see. Yeah, I put a GPS in it. Let's see what we got. Let me click on here. Geez, that thing is fast. It looks like 440 rods. I don't think they're quite 440. They're like, nah, they're not quite 440, but they're almost. Let's see. You saw the video with 144. Yep. Let's see what we got. I would. Okay, let's see what we got. I can't wait to get mine. Yeah, how much? Let's see. Let's see. Guys are talking. Everything takes too long to hit the UK. Yeah. Sorry about that. Well, actually, the slow boat from China is the fastest way to get things here right now. So, yes, this does have flaps. All right, let me get to the end of the chat thing and see what's going on here. See, oh, there's a whole bunch more questions that just came in. I didn't even notice. Lots of smart tech in this plane. Let's see. Horizon finally did it. They stepped up the game big time. Yeah. You guys are going to love the fit and finish of this thing if you guys get one. I mean, it's smooth as glass. It's impressive. I like the fact that you can take these planes out of the box, put them together with a few screws. The Freewing F4 Phantom, or not the Freewing, the E-flite V1200 Phantom, same way, 9 screws. And then, of course, we'll be getting the Hornet out here soon, probably this weekend. I mean, that thing, you only need, I don't know, I think it was 10 screws. It's so nice to just not have to change out servos and stuff, and, you know, it's all good. Tired to sleep now. Good night, all. Should be closer. Okay, let's see. Mr. Shady said should be closer to $3,000 or $300. Yeah, maybe. But what you need to do is to produce an airplane like this. Yeah, if you want. Is your mom home? Yeah, go ahead. Go. You can go. You guys go ahead. Are you going with Claire?
No.
Okay. Why don't you go with Claire? See if she'll go with you. All right, that was my kids, guys. I got to tell them they want to go out and skate outside. I can see them out the window. So, but you got to understand something. $300 for the airplane should be closer to that, maybe. But you have to understand to tool an airplane like this. I would estimate that the tooling cost of this airplane is probably something like, if I was going to take a best guess, probably somewhere between $20,000 and $40,000. Now, that's not including the designing of it, okay? Because you got to spend money to design and engineer it. You got to make you got to make the tooling to build it. But before that, you have to make a what they call a CNC sample of it, and then you have to produce it. And to produce an airplane like this, to produce thousands of them, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe 200, 300, 400, 500, depending on how many they produce. So you're talking a pretty expensive proposition to make an airplane like this. So I know you want it to be 300 and it's 360 or 70 or something like that, but you know, they have to weigh out their costs because they take all the risk. When Horizon or any of these companies, FMS, Motion RC, Freewing, Flightline, whatever, all these companies, they invest a ton of money into these airplanes. I mean, it's expensive. So, you know, they have to make that back and they take a risk. And if you say, hey, you know, it should be this price, well, yeah, maybe that would be better for you. But if they don't recoup that cost, they're not going to make another airplane. So, you know, they're in the business to profit. And in fact, your time savings alone and not having to build this airplane is worth what the cost, that the price that they're charging for these things. You know, 300, 400, 500, 600 for some of these airplanes. It's a deal. The planes are painted. You don't have to do anything to them. The decals are on them. You assemble them with a few screws. So the time savings alone in your labor to do this is unbelievable. So we're lucky that we got the prices. In my mind, we're lucky that we got the prices the way that they are. So, you know, yeah, it would be nice if it was a little less, but that's a lot of bang you're getting for the money. So let's see what we got. Let me look. Where were we? I'm just trying to read down the keep up with the chat. Like Horizon Cab should offer this in different colors. Yes, it would be, but that does add cost to the assembly line and stuff. So maybe there'll be another color of it later. How about having some flying fields and discussed quarries as you would be flying below the ground level most of the time? Yeah, that's true. All right, we got 67 guys watching. Appreciate that. Mr. Shady, you get it for $340. Okay. The RC Celebrity Speed for us, give it quarter throttle and take off, then hit full throttle. And the old V900 can't touch it. That's true. No more V900. Oh, is it discontinued now? Maybe. Okay. Replaced by the 1200 and the evolved to the 12. Yeah. I'd rather have a plane like this that you can land and take off with. So, and it's faster. Sorry, Dynamate 10, let's see. Glad I picked up the battery combo. Oh, Air Vex RC. Yes, the battery combo is awesome. So that battery, if you guys get this, I got the link in my description below. If you get the bind and fly with the 6 cell, and you're gonna get the 6 cell. Which one was it? It's the 6 cell. No, that's not even it. Oh, it's in. That's right. It's in the darn airplane. It's the 6 cell 30C pack. It's perfect for the airplane. I got it in there now, and but it's only $55 instead of the regular like 100 or 110 or whatever it is. So yeah, the combo is a good deal. They did that kind of last minute. So Air Vex RC, were you able to get that through my link, man, and support me? I appreciate it if you did. Let's see. EQRC, you can add custom paint to yours. That's true. Let's see. Your channel is great, Rich, full of great information, very in-depth, great flights and filming from Steve. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Steve is awesome, man. Can't do it without Steve. It can go twice as fast that if you put in a better battery in with 100C. Now, it won't go twice as fast. I mean, if you put a 70C pack, maybe 100C, you might get a little more speed out of it. You also tend to overheat things a little bit, but you're not going to get that much out of it. I mean, that C rating is really just to allow you to draw more off of the battery. So, but you'll get a little more, but you're not going to get twice as fast. But hey, if you do it, maybe I'll get a 100C one and try it out and see what we get. Hey, Rich, thanks for. Okay, we got that. Faster than the Microjet multiplex? That I don't know. I was right all along. It's been 2 months. I was looking for the V1200 on Google. They didn't announce 2 months ago. Looked 2 months fine, but now it's here. Yes. Did you use any Expo on the setup? That question came from Dennis Matovich. I did not. The instruction manual does call for it, but I didn't put any in. I think it was only a little bit, like 5%. I had no Expo in my setup. I like my planes a little more sensitive. Expo is just personal preference. It's just the feel you get out of the sticks and stuff. So set it up how you like it. I didn't use the book values on that. I use the book values for everything else, and which I do with most of these Horizon planes. But I used no Expo. I just left it straight linear control. So I'll take it that that's baby blue and white. That's my favorite color. It's like I said, I think it's more of a neon blue is what it is. Can you do 4S to 6S? But I stick to 6S all the time. Yeah, I do too. I don't really want to put a 4S in this airplane because I'd rather just go fast. So all right, guys, it's been an hour. Got 60 people watching. If you guys got any more questions, throw them in there, and I'll be sure to answer them. I'm watching the board down here to see if something else comes up. I thank everybody for coming for sure. Again, guys, I really appreciate all the super chats that you guys give me. But again, I'd rather you guys save your money, get yourself a good plane. And then if you guys get a plane, use my links in the description below my videos. The way that always works, I have links with Horizon, with BitGo Hobby. I got links with Hobby Zone. Those are all below in this video and all of my other videos. So if you click on any of those links, and even if you don't buy this airplane, that link takes you to the web page. And if you go and you buy something else like servos, or you buy yourself a radio, or buy apparel, just anything you get through my link, after clicking on my link and buying it through there, that's how you support my channel. That's how all this affiliate stuff works. So you don't have to necessarily buy the airplane that I'm selling, that I'm promoting, but helping them out with. But you know, if you guys just use my links and get something, that supports us. And then you guys don't, without super chatting me, it's free to you guys. You guys at no extra cost to you guys. You don't get any commission. You guys don't get any extra. You guys don't get any extra fee attached or anything. You just pay the normal price or the sale price, and then we get a little commission for it, and that supports us. So I'd rather you guys do that, save your money for your airplanes and stuff. And then, you know, it's like an automatic super chat if you guys use my links to purchase something. Now, below in my video, below my videos, I also have a Amazon store. So if you guys use my Amazon link, same deal. The things in my Amazon store are not a bunch of crap I threw in there, okay? So you guys, you know, will just buy stuff. It's stuff that I actually use. So any of those links that if you click on and buy any of that stuff through Amazon, it supports us too. So also check us out, Instagram, guys, Twitter. Instagram, we're posting stuff every day. We're trying to put stuff out to get to 20,000 so we can do the giveaways. I do have a merch store below. I'll be putting more stuff in there. So if you guys want to buy a hat or a t-shirt, that does support us. I really appreciate that. And we're going to come out with new shirts and hats and all kinds of stuff. Captain Photon says, Rich, thanks for the fun. Awesome. Chris Andrews, let's see. Anyone still got Tactic? Let's see, they're using. Good show. Thanks for the info. That's Air Vexed. Saved my money and got myself a good plane. Awesome, man. I'm glad you did that. Definitely appreciate everybody being there. But otherwise, folks, you can support the RC Informer YouTube channel, me and Steve, for free. Just like our videos. Share them around. Anywhere you post them, that helps us out. Leave us comments. We like to hear feedback from you guys. And subscribe to the channel. If you guys, the more subscribers we get, the stronger the channel gets. And then ring that notification bell. When you guys ring that bell, you know, that lets us know, that lets you guys, advises you when we put new videos out. Because we're putting new stuff out. We got some cool stuff coming real soon. Some stuff probably that you're only going to get to see here. So at least ahead of others. So it's coming. So stay tuned. And we'll have that all out for everybody. So yeah, let's see what we got. A couple more things come in. Mr. Shady asks, what flight times did you get? Easily 5 to 7 minutes with a 5,000 pack. You get a good time out of this because especially if you're modulating your throttle. In fact, go watch the videos we did and you'll see that from takeoff to landing, we got easily, there was one where I got 5 minutes and 40 or 50 seconds or something, but then I taxied around, I went back up again. I did steep turns with the same battery and flew for another probably minute. So you get great flight times out of this. It's very efficient. You know, if you're full throttle zooming around, you'll use it up quicker. But you get really good flight times out of this. So let's see what we got. Let's see, what flight times did you get? Yeah, okay, we'll talk about that. Let's see. Great show, Rich. Getting started on the LX MiG. I'm out. EQRC, see ya. Subscribed you yesterday already. Thank you very much. We're growing fast. Wow, I really love the RC hobby. That's Jeff. Yeah, it's an awesome hobby. I've been doing it for, I've been doing it for 40 more plus years. Yeah, so it's the best hobby around. Got to keep it alive, keep flying, and awesome. So, all right, guys, I think that's it. We're going to close it out. Actually, we're at 51 people still. So, yeah, guys, I appreciate that. Please, again, share my videos, like and subscribe. Stay tuned. New stuff's coming. And I think we're going to close it out because I'm starving. It's almost time to eat. Amy's going to be here. I was hoping Amy was going to get here. I'm looking to see. Shoot, hit my tiger cat. I'm looking to see if she's here. She was going to actually come up and say hi. I was hoping she was going to come here. So, but we'll have her on a video here shortly. We'll have her on one soon coming here. So, all of a sudden they know Amy's coming. So all the viewers are coming back. So that's how I get everybody back. I'm going to have to have some. I'm going to have some pictures of Amy loaded up here that I can kind of put up for everybody. So, but anyway, let's see. Thumbs up. Never go full throttle all the time because it will puff the batteries out. Yes, that's true. Yeah, you want to modulate. So, all right, guys, I think we're going to shut it down. I appreciate you guys coming. Stay tuned. We are going to have more live shows. When we have stuff to talk about, I'll be settling on probably a regular time here at some point. Pay It Forward said, another great show. Thanks for sharing all the new goodies. Awesome airplane, guys. The E-flite V1200. We'll have this at a lot of, when we start having events, we'll have it out there. It is an absolute rocket ship. You got to love this thing. It is like a bullet. It is ludicrous speed, baby. It is just one awesome, awesome model, folks. Can't wait to go fly it again. It's the one plane I got nowadays that it actually it's actually fun to. I mean, it makes you really think. It really makes you pay attention. It keeps you on your toes, kind of thing. So you got to be on it, and it's challenging, and I like that. That's what's the coolest thing about it. But not hard to fly at all. So, all right, Mike Bird said, thank you, sir. Thank you, Mike. Thank you guys for coming. We'll shut it all down here. As usual, guys, I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned, more videos coming. And as always, folks, guys, we'll see you next time. Right, let's kill this thing.